Welcome to Game Over Gerkinman. This is part 6 of Star Fox 64, and the last episode in the series. Would everyone who's been here for the whole game just introduce yourselves for old time's sake?
Okay, it's me, Blordo here, ready to rock and roll. Let's do this.
Hey everybody, it's Jess or Namir.
Hey people out there in YouTube land, I'm still Adam and I still program games and such.
You've still been at him for a long time.
I am the Psychonian Man.
Yep, that was unexpected.
I've been the same as always since we started this show.
That's true.
Alright, before we get into things though, can I just say two things that we researched?
Yes, I'd love to hear what you researched, because I don't remember what we were looking into before I had computer problems.
Okay, so the first thing is the name of the submarine, which I guess nobody really cared, but it is called the Blue Marine. So there you go. That's interesting stuff. Also, well, not so much crossover, but the little things between the F-Zero series and Star Fox. So there is the human that resembles James McCloud.
Which
he
is Star Fox's dad.
Yes. He wears the exact same clothes. His machine, the little wyvern, resembles an R-Wing. His ending in the Grand Prix by Fox. An F-Zero GX, there are more references. His hair is designed to look like fox ears. He mentions, makes mention of a mercenary group called the Galaxy Dog, which is another reference to Star Fox. He also mentions a son. That is his son is his inspiration to participate in the F-Zero races. And yeah, there's also the anime stuff, but nobody really gives a shit about that.
I really hope nobody gets on my ass about calling Fox McCloud Star Fox. Hey guys, look!
I do the same.
It's Star Fox!
Well, that's what Star Wolf calls him. He's like, oh hey, Starfix!
I thought he was just talking about the team.
Star Fox.
Yeah, I thought he was talking about the whole team.
Oh, I thought he was being specific.
No. Star Fox is the entire team. There's another bit of trivia, Jess, if you want to look into it. It's something about Rob64 being... His original name had something to do with the name of the console. And I think a lot of people made the correlation with Rob64 being, 64 in general.
You mean Rob64?
I think there's some other stuff with that, but I can't remember what it was. If we care, we have some time. What's that?
The Ultra 64, that's what it was called back then.
Mm-hmm.
It might be what... I can't remember what his name was, but I think there was something with that. There's a bunch of trivia out there on this game. It's pretty interesting stuff.
If you want to tell us about some trivia, you should let us know in the comments below. We'll never have them in the show because I'm never playing any of the games I'm about to start talking about. But speaking of which, Star Fox has a legacy.
Does?
What?
Not a good one. After this. A Star Fox Adventures style legacy. Adam, give us the quick rundown on that game. You know I know the history, but it sounds more professional. Yeah, make it brief.
So basically, Rare was working on a little game for the N64 called Dinosaur Planet.
There's video out there of it. Go check it out. It looks very interesting.
Yeah, it's like a half hour to an hour long. It's really cool. Anyway, so they showed it off at E3 1999, I think. And the Nintendo guys said, okay, why don't you just stick Star Fox in there because the main character kind of looks like Fox the Cloud. And most of the Rare employees weren't very happy with that. Most of them say that it should have been Dinosaur Planet, the whole thing. So basically... This unrelated character to the Star Fox universe called Crystal eventually made it into Star Fox Adventure because it was a leftover from Dinosaur Planet. And then she joins the team, and then she's now an official character to the Star Fox franchise now.
And furries everywhere are fapping furiously.
Oh, that's a nice one.
What's that for game that you
something exists, someone's gonna fap to it, so
Would you say that they're fapping furiously? Yeah, so that happened, and then Rare left. And then Rare got bought by Microsoft.
Yeah. I'm hoping there's a one out there for it, like 12 Tales.
We live in hope. Yeah, it's gonna be one out
Yeah,
there.
There were some there's some ROMs released a few years ago that were fair ROMs. Okay,
Well, this is a Star Fox thing. Yeah, let's get back to Steph.
Hey
first.
guys,
Yeah, Psycho, what's up?
what does the Star Fox say?
Oh.
Ding 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 ding.
Report. Open
I
the
feel like
window.
going back to my topic, there was ROMs released for the Game Boy Advance that was never released. It was only done for 3 months.
Wait, what? There was a
And
Star
Diddy
Fox
Kong
game for the
We
Game
also
Boy
had
Advance?
Diddy Kong Pilot. And
Wait,
it's,
here's what
There was a Star Fox game for Game Boy Advance?
no, I said a Diddy Kong Pilot game and a Battletoads game.
Oh yeah, but we're
I
not
told
here
you
to talk
stop
about
singing
Rare.
that song.
We could have started talking about something else, because after Rare fucked it up on Nintendo's request, you can't blame Rare. I guess what that would have meant was the Dinosaur Planet, as if they just basically recoded it with Star Fox Paint, Dinosaur Planet would have been a pretty lame game in its own right by the time it came out. But that's neither here nor there. After Nintendo sold off Rare, Nintendo said, "Hey Namco, you make games. We really like Tekken. Make us a Star Fox game." And so Star Fox Assault for the GameCube was born. The flying levels in Star Fox Assault were just like your classic Star Fox levels, and they were fantastic. Rest of the game was fucking horrendous. Really boring on-foot shooting, third-person shooting, and just weird ground vehicle badness. Star Fox Assault was not a... it had its moments of brilliance, it showed the potential to be brilliant. It was held back by some shoehorning of gaming styles that had no place in there. Being there. And then, of course, you had Star Fox DS, which I haven't played, but I heard was okay.
Here's a remake of this. I haven't looked into it that much.
Has anyone played Star Fox DS here?
I have not.
Interesting. And Chris, that was one that... Yeah,
Oh.
Krista was in that End Assault, wasn't she?
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, I played it at the EB Games Expo.
Oh!
It was out on the demo version. It was actually pretty alright, but I didn't really see the appeal with the 3D thing. I still don't really, with the 3DS.
Oh, the
These
3DS
two
remake of
games.
this. Yeah, there was Star Fox DS, which was like a whole different
Oh,
game.
is
But
that
then there
different?
was the remake of this on the 3DS.
That's right.
Oh,
I haven't played the-
3DS one.
Yeah, I haven't played the 3DS one, but I mean, if it's just this but prettier, I'm okay with that. But I wouldn't want to pay full price for it because it is such a short game.
That's no online for multiplayer, so that pissed a lot of people off when it was announced.
It felt like a bit of a rush job. I'm not sure which team worked on it actually, because I know the weird thing about like the Ocarina of Time remake for 3DS was it was handled by the Wave Race team. The last game they made before Ocarina of Time was Wave Race Blue Storm. Like that's how long it had been since they'd been really. I think they were just helping other teams do stuff, and then they like got back together again to do that. Wave Race we'll talk about another time. Wave Race was another great game series.
Yeah, it's one of the few sporting games I enjoyed on the N64.
1080 snowboarding,
Oh,
but that's a topic.
So
for
I have
another
an
time.
answer to to what Jordan was asking about earlier
Oh yeah.
Oh.
about Rob 64. He's known as NUS 64 or NUS 64, I guess. Rob's name may be a reference to Rob,
The
NES
robot.
accessory. The 64 is derived from the console of his first appearance in Nintendo 64, but in Japanese, Rob's name is NUS, or NUS, which stands for the Nintendo Ultra 64, which was the original name of the Nintendo 64.
Who's Rob 64? I don't know who that is. Or is that the robot in this game?
He's the robot in the... Yeah, he's the robot who's like on the main ship.
Oh, I didn't even know his
gives
name.
you items throughout the levels.
Yeah.
That
You
guy.
know, when you push C right.
I never
Yeah.
bothered to look at his name. So there you go.
This is Rob 64.
This game has
Here's
not
the
aged
bomb.
well visually. It's got some
Space
fucking
Monkey.
big ass, boring ass textures.
This
Okay,
guy.
there you go.
Oh yes.
Oh, you get so many points right here. Just racking them up and you just bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang.
Next time, Psychon will play through the game and we'll talk over his playthrough. It'll be much more exciting.
Sure.
Look at that.
Here we
Noodles.
have
Noodles everywhere.
Random sticks, yeah.
I thought this was an interesting piece of thing. Like, it just makes no fucking sense, but it makes it hard to fly. So it's just like pure gameplay mechanic. There's no logic to this happening in any context. It's just like...
It's funny you say that, though, because this was the part of the game that I had absolutely no issues with.
Oh, aside from losing a wing, I didn't have any problems with it. I like these little flying
Look,
puzzles.
they fly through it with no problems.
Yeah.
Boom!
And there's our first look at Andros
Fucking
down there at the
Fox
bottom of the screen.
crashing shit.
I like...
Slippy. Oh, we conveniently let him die in the last level. So we wouldn't have to fucking save him in this one.
Yeah, I was worried that I wasn't going to make it, so I killed Slippy. Everything turned out okay. I died quite a few times during this sequence because I suck at video games.
I did not die at all during this sequence during my very first ever playthrough of this game.
I've
So I don't know what that says about me or what that says about Dan, but...
You had trouble in other parts of the game, though.
Sure do.
The easy stuff was hard and the hard stuff was easy. This is a really weird thing, shooting a giant brick monkey.
It's the earliest version of Temple Run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the handheld, like your iPhone.
Oh boy.
Temple Run. How far will this monkey robot rock monster make it?
Jordan
There's
would have killed
actually an
it.
ending to it, and if you go too far, you'll just automatically die. But it's funny, at the end they give you an extra life.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. I never got that far. I died truly before then.
Yeah, apparently this has a finite amount of coordinates, so, you know, after a certain amount of time, it just can't do no more.
That's interesting. These are the facts that we love. That's what the show's all about. I had no idea. It is kind of weird, just this giant robot monkey covered in brickwork. It's not often you see brick robots outside of Jewish folklore. Because they were all about... No, because they're the ones who invented the golem, right? The golem is a giant living brick thing. It's made of mud and dirt. People think I was saying something offensive and I'm just talking about fucking folklore. Jeez.
No, I know!
Google it, it's in the Torah.
It's because I said Jews, instantly everyone gets off, oh shit, it's like a Holocaust joke. Too soon.
Even Jews call each other Jews, it's not a big deal.
No, it's not a derogatory term at all.
No, I think it's just when I start talking about Jews, people think I want to say something bad because I'm Australian and all Australians talk about is racist things. I don't know if you've ever heard me and Sean having a conversation, but there is many swears.
Oh, yeah. Not
we
appropriate for this time, though.
No. I'm sorry this is taking...
Damn it.
Yeah. This is for your mum and your dad and your fucking kids. Look at that.
Fucking niggas out there.
Blistering red butthole. Boom.
I wonder where the weak spot is.
Oh, he fell down. Take it up the A. What the fuck?
The enemy didn't even have a health bar.
No. Health bars are overrated.
game.
That's one of those. Now we're gonna go into the scary boss of the game.
This is where things get really unsettling.
From here.
Yeah, good work, Star Fox. You're much more likely to succeed if you're doing it on your own.
Oh, this is where you gotta fly through there and. You don't talk to your dad in this one because you didn't go the other path, but. I don't think. I've been waiting for you, Star Fox.
What were we gonna say, Jess?
Well, I'll say it whenever we get to it.
I will say that Nintendo is known for making childish things, but there's nothing that they have ever made in any game is anywhere near as horrific as the final boss for this game.
This is pretty messed up.
It's the single most terrifying thing in Nintendo's entire catalog. Not because it's generally creepy, but just because it's like, oh, that's... Oh.
It's very movie-esque. It's very climactic.
It's very just like, what the fuck am I looking at? Now, Andros in the original Super Nintendo game was like a human face that was just really low polygon, and he shot polygons at you. But now, he's a
Yeah, and
monkey.
when you killed him, he turned into a cube.
Yeah.
But then you get greeted with this.
Holy shit.
Face monkey face.
Like,
Whoa.
okay. I played this 2 weeks ago. I'm 23 years old, and this scared the shit out of me. I could not imagine playing this, fucking way back when.
Just like that escalated quickly.
Nightmares.
And you can shoot him in the eye, shoot his eyes out, blast his hands off.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Shoot his eyes, Daniel. Shoot him in the eyes, he goes, ow.
It's the wobbly animation on his face too, like he's an old man and his face just like sags all over the place.
Guys, I want to put it out there for you for this. Like, Sean, this is not the scariest part of this fight.
No.
It's
No.
not?
No, this is pretty horrifying, but and for anyone out there who hasn't been exposed to this before, also, if he sucks you into his mouth, which Daniel, I don't know if
He
you get
chews
sucked
you
in,
up. No, I don't think I do.
He will chew you up and spit you out, and I think you lose your wings and shit.
Yeah, you do. You're pretty much fucked after he does it once.
It's pretty bad.
I forgot you could lose your wings in this game.
Yeah, it's a nice little touch. They had that in the Super NES one too.
Fuck. I feel like I'm on a bad trip.
Yeah,
It's a bit like that.
It's gonna get way worse here.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, shoot him in the eyes, Daniel.
Yeah. I'll
Just
get
shooting
there.
his cheek.
Just
I
kind of
don't know what
shooting
the
it.
fuck you were doing there.
Probably
I
not
don't
paying
even think
attention.
the model itself is that bad. It's just the model on that background.
The model itself's actually probably the only decent looking thing in the game. It's just like design wise, it's fucking creepy as shit.
Here we go.
Oh, here you go,
Before it
Sean.
gets messed up. Pretty horrifying, right?
Oh,
Okay.
it's like a gremlin.
Exactly.
It's like a gremlin.
Yeah, that scared the shit out of me when I first got there.
It's like I killed him. Oh god, I wish I hadn't. It goes down pretty easy after that.
Quickly.
No, this
Weirdest
is what he
boss.
dies in this one, right?
That's what you're expecting,
Oh,
right?
it-
After
it-
flying through space for an hour, is a giant fucking floating monkey head that looks like Dr. Zaius.
That is fuck.
I can't believe they blew it up! You bastards!
It's a bit of a Return of the Jedi moment there, blasting out of the Death Star.
Now I'll tell you this, if you go the other path, the hard path, that fight gets even more fucked up because he turns into a giant brain and
Oh,
his
does he?
eyeballs chase you around.
Oh, that
I see
really?
that now.
Yes.
We'll look that up afterwards. I'm sorry to everyone in the show,
Should have
but
done the hard path.
I've I've never seen that.
That's not fun. It was horrifying. And I think you have to kill his eyeballs. First thing to shoot is like the cerebrum or whatever, the lower
Cerebrum
brain.
cortex.
Cerebellum, maybe, I can't remember. It's the neck part, the lower brain.
That's messed up. So there you go, Star Fox.
Yeah,
it's all
I'm
fun
right
and
about
games
that. It's
until
been a
you
long
shoot
time
the
since I've
monkey
done that,
face. There you go. That's the end of Star Fox. If you do it that route, which we did, but that's the only route I did
Quite
because
enjoyed that.
yeah, you should definitely check the game out. You got a Wii, Sean?
I've got a Wii.
He does
on
have
the-
a Wii.
It's on the Virtual Console.
Oh, yep. Might
Well
just
worth-
get it some other way.
Well worth checking. Oh my god, Jess just sent me a picture of the brain boss.
That does look quite.
It's fairly
Freaking.
horrifying.
That does not look like Nintendo safety.
Whoa.
Mm.
I just pooed my pants.
Wow.
This credit
Like
scene's
I was-
amazing. I wish there were more games
and
with
I-
cool credits like this.
I had mentioned before about the brain boss in Master Blaster was one of the bosses, and it horrified me as a child. It was no different when I found the hard path in this game, and that brain started chasing me.
Yeah, it's
Not
just
fun, man.
It's
I don't
just
know what it is
so,
about a giant brain
it's
chasing
just
you, but it's
so
fun.
unnatural. It's so unnatural. What about Mother Brain in Metroid?
Yeah, that was. I mean, you know,
It's Super
Yeah,
Metroid when it
horrifying.
sprouts
Well-
a body and starts shooting lasers out of its fucking eyes. Lovely.
brain bosses are not a good time.
No,
No.
it's just not right.
We're on the giant ship and we're heading back to Cornelia.
So there you go. That was Star Fox 64. I hope everyone have a good time. Does anyone want to go play the game now? Now that they've rewatched this playthrough?
I actually
Terrible.
wouldn't mind going back through it a few.
Yeah.
I did forget to mention one of my favorite things, and we didn't get to that level during this playthrough.
I'm sorry.
The level Katrina.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pyramid level.
It's the
One
Independence
of
Day
my
level.
favorite things to do was to turn the sound off on the TV, and then crank up the music I used to play it over and over while we were flying. What is it? Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Oh my god.
But the dance version. So it'd be like, and I fucking need you more than ever. If you know that I'm in. And I'm just like
fucking in it.
My favorite part was to like blow up save the ship, blow up the ship above. It's like right when it was like total eclipse of the. It really, if you do get a chance, make sure you play that level. Try that out. It adds to the experience more than you can believe. Because whenever they say turn around, you can do that whole barrel roll flip over where where you turn around. And I used to do that on the queue. That's how much I got into this game. It was ridiculous.
That does sound brilliant.
It was awful.
I would like to. There were.
Go so well with this.
Look at that fucking. Oh,
where are they running it? Where are they?
Flippy.
Hey guys.
Running to get exercise.
It's like, hey guys, you got ships. You can just fly where you need to go.
Yep.
Don't run. Our ships are out of gas. Flew across the galaxy. Better run to the gas station. Fuck you, fucks.
Why are we all running to the gas station?
Oh, you want to get
You're
there?
becoming a better runner. Guys, wait up!
He's not even far beyond.
Look how much he's. It's like watching a little dog running with a bunch of big dogs. You know, like he's got to run twice as fast.
Look,
Just can't keep up with
why
them.
is the ship leaving without them? That's another question.
That's so cinematic. Look how cinematic that is.
See you later, assholes.
Enjoy your run, bastards.
Need you more than
So closing thoughts. Star Fox 64 still holds up very well. It's still a lot of fun. Check it out. It's a good time.
Check it out.
Get it on the Wii Virtual Console because it's like $5.
Well worth it.
I have to say, this game is specifically. There's a few titles on the Nintendo 64 that really stood out to me as great games. This was one of the this is like my top 3. Could be my number 1. I'd have to get in depth on the others.
What are the other two?
Well, I'll tell you, I think GoldenEye really broke some molds with the whole genre of gaming in general.
GoldenEye is just like nostalgic gold, though.
Plus, yeah, James Bond. Plus, that was one of my favorite James Bond movies. And then, of course, I think it really comes down to Ocarina of Time or Mario 64. But I probably would go with Ocarina just because it really changed the way I looked at the Zelda franchise. In a new, it was hard to beat, Link to the Past, but it changed things. I think this Nintendo 64, this era of games.
Oh God, it's back!
Oh,
Yeah,
does he
that's
make an
good.
appearance again?
That's because you didn't kill the brain, idiot.
Yeah,
Over a question mark.
I'm just kidding. You're not an idiot. You didn't know.
I didn't know.
Sequels.
Well, we talked about the sequels.
Ben,
The less said about
good
those,
work,
the
Ben.
better. Good work,
The
Ben.
name fits.
Look, you didn't have all 3 of those guys. You didn't have your team, all 3, in any level.
Yeah, fuck Slippy. And fuck
You got
Peppy.
paid for it.
Yeah, I got paid. I got paid virtual money. I tried printing it out of the Wii, but it didn't work. Well, thank you,
Yeah,
Jeff.
check or bill.
That was an invoice. I invoiced the Galactic Senate for money. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Jordan, for sitting through this Star Fox adventure. What's following this game? I don't actually know. I don't think we've even recorded it yet. Let's say Kirby's Dream Land 3, another nice short one. That's what will follow this game. So join us next week for that Super Nintendo classic that is wonderful. It'll be a good time. We'll see you next time. You just
Bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.